Well, guys, it's nice to see everyone again. And today we're going to have another two-parter. In the first part, I'm going to do a little trash picking in the neighborhood. And in the second part, I'm going to hit two Goodwills. At the Goodwills, you're going to see this hummingbird sun catcher. And I got it really cheap. You're also going to see this digital tire inflator. And a whole bunch more items that I picked up on my journey. So just sit back and enjoy. And remember, I'll do all the work, you do all the enjoying. Okay, let's get started. Well, guys, nice to see you're all here. There's not one of you missing today. I'm pretty impressed. Now, before we start our journey today, I want to give you today's trivia question. About a week ago, I went to a garage sale and I found this old frame. It was an old wooden frame and I really liked it, but I had no way of dating it. So I looked at the picture in the frame and it was of the Empire State Building. So I said, well, if I find out when the Empire State Building opened, at least I'd get a time frame, no pun intended, from my frame. So that's today's trivia question. In what year did the Empire State Building open? Well, I'll give you that answer later on in the video, but for now, let's start the first section of this video and do a little trash hunting. Let's go! I drove over to this part of the neighborhood because the last few times I've been out, I really made some nice scores here. There's like a 10-block area that just seems to have really good stuff. So, let the journey begin. As I drove around this car, I noticed that there were some boxes up there on the right and also a bin. And you guys know how much I like bins, so I definitely wanted to pull over and get a better look at this. As I got closer, I realized that the bin was full of golf balls. Lots of golf balls. And in the box next to it, there was this light fixture. I guess it was for your bathroom. I figured I could get 10, 15 bucks for this, so I put it in the car. Then I went back for the golf balls, which I knew I could make some money on. I figured there's about 40,000 of them in here, and I took that, and I continued my journey. I listed those golf balls on Facebook Marketplace for $30, and it wasn't long. A guy got in touch with me, and he offered me $25. Well, I took the offer, and he just came a little while ago and picked up the golf balls. Well, he told me that he was a new golfer. And I said, well, then these balls should last you about a week. Okay, now back to the video. I was debating which way to go. And then I looked to my left and I saw this box, but there was also a case in front of it. And I recognized these cases because I've seen them before. So I figured this was a drill in here. But I obviously wanted to get out of the car and get a better look. As I got closer, I was definitely assuming I was going to pick up a drill or some kind of power tool. But then when I lifted it up, it was so heavy. And then there was a label that came with it, and there was a guy lifting weights on it. So I knew I was wrong, and I had a set of weights instead. Well, after I put them in the car, I figured I'd better see what shape they're in. So I went over, I opened up the box, and wow, they were in new shape almost. Figure I could get 30 bucks for them. I want to do an update on those weights. First, when I got them, I ended up in the emergency room with a hernia. But besides that, it turned out to be a pretty nice find. I put them on Facebook Marketplace, and within a couple hours, I got a guy offering me $25 for them. So I took the $25, but had him lift them and put them in his own car, because I now am scheduled for an operation. But all in all, I still made $25, and I had a nice time. Okay, now back to the video. Well, that's about it. I drove around for at least another 20-25 minutes and didn't find anything, nothing interesting. So it's time to head to the Goodwills. They'll be opening in about 15-20 minutes anyway, so I'll meet you there. The first aisle I found myself on at this store was their toy aisle. First thing I saw was this bag of Barbie dolls for $7.99. That was a little bit too expensive for me, so I passed on it. Then I saw this See and Say by Mattel. It had a Disney theme, Mickey Mouse. I looked them up. They were going for $20. And it had a little bit of age to it, too. So I definitely put that in the cart. I went back to the shelf because I saw, yep, another one. $3.99 also. Well, let's see if I can make money off both of them. Put them in the cart and I moved on. I was on my way to the next aisle when I saw on this end cap that there was a bag. And I wanted to know what was in this bag. It looked interesting. It was $2.99. It turned out it was a whole bunch of Christmas ornaments. Had to be 12 to 15 of them. And for $2.99, I figured, how can I go wrong? So I put it in the cart. Then I walked over to this aisle. First thing I saw was this owl. It was a whiskey decanter. It was $1.99, but I said, he's kind of ugly, so I just left him there. Next to him, I saw this vase by Toyo. It wasn't ugly, and it was only $2.99. Online, they went for over $20. So in the cart it went. I thought I'd take a walk over to their mug aisle. I haven't been buying many mugs lately. I can't find any that interest me or any that I can make money on. I did see this Central Intelligence Agency mug for 99 cents. What could I sell it for? I had to put it back. The next thing I saw was this Hershey Mug. Again, 99 cents, but couldn't make any money on it. Next to it was this Roughing the Passer mug. Again, I couldn't make money on it, so I just left this aisle. I saw Minnie Mouse's head sticking out of the new bins, so I figured I'd go over and say hello. And as I got closer, I noticed she was $3.99, so I said goodbye. But then in the bin next to her was this digital tire inflator. It was only $6.99, and they go for over $30 online, so this definitely went in the cart. Well, guys, we did pretty good at this store. Definitely should make some money off this stuff. So let's head to the next store and hope we're just as lucky there. Okay, I'll meet you guys out in the car.
Okay, guys, we're going to be heading to the second store today. Now, if you remember from last week, this manager threatened to kick me out. So you guys, I want you to calm down and don't do anything crazy, and let's keep a low key this time. Okay, just sit in the back and let's enjoy. Oh, no, subscribers up front, regular viewers in back. Okay, let's get going.
I decided to start my search on this aisle. The first thing I saw were these 100 CD storage cases. They were $5.99, which is probably a good price, but they were so heavy it would have cost me a fortune to ship them, so I left them. Next I saw these wine glass charms for $1.99, but you can't get much for them, so I put them back. Next to that were these ink cartridges by Jumi. There was 8 ink cartridges in here. On the back it said they only wanted $1.99 for all 8. I looked them up on eBay, and the whole set goes for over $20, so I kept them. On this aisle, the first thing I saw was this gadget, I guess. I didn't know what it was, but the box said it was a valve spring remover, and they wanted $4.99 for it. Well, it turns out valve spring removers are not that expensive, so I left it there. Then I saw this lens cleaner for 99 cents. I said I could use it for my phone and my camera, so I took it for me. I walked over to this aisle, and I saw those lighthouses, but they were made of cheap wood, so I passed on them. I lifted this up, turned out to be a hot plate for $1.99. I put it back. That plate looked pretty nice, but I passed on that too. Then I saw this sun catcher. It was $3.99. But see the little loops at the bottom of the sun catcher? They're missing a chain. When I told the girl that, she sold this to me for $2. What a nice buy. I continued my journey on this aisle. First thing I saw was this Ninja Turtle figure for $1.99, but they only go for $6 online, so I left it. Then I saw this Funko Pop number 587. It's a Betty Cooper. They wanted $4.99 for it. That seemed like a lot to me, but they were going for over $25, so I put it in the cart.
Quick update on that Funko Pop. It sold for $19.90 plus $5.95 shipping. Not a bad markup on a $4.99 item. I tell you guys all the time, I sell a lot of these, so if you see them, make sure you look them up. Okay, now back to the video.
I was just about ready to leave this store. I was heading up to the cashier when I saw another Funko Pop. I picked this one up. I looked it up online. It was only going for like $12, and they wanted $4.99 for this one too, so I had to put them back. Which is a good reminder to you guys. Make sure you look them up before you buy them. And I headed off to the cashier. Well, guys, that was about it for today. I think we had a lot of fun. But now it's time for me to head home. So I'll meet you guys out in the car. See you there.
Well, guys, it's time for me to go. I have a little bit of leftover lasagna waiting for me, so I got to get out of here fast. So here's the answer to the trivia question. On March 17, 1930, the Empire State Building started its construction. Only 13 months later, it was finished, which was a big feat for that time in history. So on May 1st, 1931, it opened its doors. Well, I hope that was helpful, and I hope it helps you date an item someday. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. Please stay safe out there, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.